Saint Tommy, what is life?
And what did you conclude or surmise?
Well, I'm waiting for Saint Tommy to give me the answer.
Oh, that was an inquiry to me.
Yes.
Yes, yes. The most semi-cogent evidence objective that I could offer you, Sidney, is to go to a mirror and look deep into your eyes uh, and behold what you do. Life.
Nah, he's dead inside.
You think so? Do you behold,
I'm,
sir?
I'm just
Of
joking.
course not.
So the mirror is going to solve the problem. It's going to answer the question.
Well, the conundrum or the problem or the inquiry or the question of which you have always asked yourself since the dawn of Sydney, perhaps.
What question? What question is that, Saint Tommy?
What is life?
Ah, okay. Now, thank you. Thank you very much. I now want to switch over to Shamos, who has an outlook on life that he is saying goodbye to, it seems. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Shamos goodbye letter, but here it is. If you
We
need,
lost Tommy.
that's okay. Everybody else can read it. Was that it? He just left?
Yeah, maybe he'll be back.
Maybe. Where's down? Where's down corner?
You know it might help you with that question about what life is.
What?
A dictionary. Or Wikipedia or Google.
That's crazy. I don't know how to use Google. Always rely on somebody else. You know, as soon as you say Google X, you know, a whole bunch of people jump up to Google X because they can. You know what happened? Mark, you know you left the hangout. So Seamus writes, I'm going to make this very short and bittersweet.
But it's so long.
I want to take this time to make a formal announcement. I will be leaving the Great Debate community for an indefinite amount of time. I am not sure, nor can I guarantee when I am going to return, if ever. The reason. I feel as if this isn't the community that I used to know and love. It just has a few of the same faces, but not the content. My go-to place, Nadia's hangout, has turned into an atheist chit-chat room with a select few guest appearances of random Christians, most of which are merely treated as a spectacle and footboard for traditional uneducated critiques. This is not the same place. That made me strive to become a better and more acquainted with the scholarship and material. Most people that attend are the same people they were 1 year ago intellectually and will, if induction holds, be the same people they are now in the coming year. This is goodbye. For my Christian brothers and sisters.
So he I mean he doesn't like
Hold on,
to
let me finish reading the letter.
all right.
For my Christian brothers and sisters, I love you all and I wish you the best on your endeavors within this community. I urge you all to be careful of the rooms you join and the material and legacy you leave behind on G Plus and YouTube. I urge you all to strive to become better people, but both spiritually and intellectually. Make the time you put in on here worth it. Become more acquainted with the Bible, history, and all the tertiary fields that will help you become better Christians and defenders of the faith. God bless you all in Jesus' holy name. Goodbye. So that's kind of two goodbyes. The first, the reason was goodbye to the atheists, and then the last was his, I'm so, dear fellow Christians, goodbye. So,
It sounds like his main reason too, like the content, and the like the. It sounds like he doesn't like seeing the Christians footballed, as he calls it. He doesn't like an atheistic dominant G plus. He wants it to be Christian dominant. He wants to come in and dick slap and echo chamber as long as as long as people aren't going to reinforce and confirm his bias, he's not going to be around.
that is exactly what he's saying.
But he wants people to grow spiritually and intellectually, and
But
that which I would say growing spiritually is probably the opposite of growing intellectually. But
many
how could you
people,
grow? How could you grow intellectually if you don't engage your critics?
well, no, you can't. You can engage your critics, but if you don't, if your critics don't agree with you, then you have to disengage with them because they're not getting it right.
Well, that's what he's saying. I mean,
That's what he's
this is the
saying,
way
exactly.
I
But
see it
the
is
thing, what I'm saying is, lots of people have just disappeared of G plus that used to be on G plus. Lots and lots of people, but only Shamos, and if anybody else has done it, I can't think of a name. But only Shamos has actually gone and written a goodbye letter. Actually, G-Man actually wrote goodbye letters at one point.
I think Sugar did too.
Really? Okay. Well, here's a case in
Maybe
point.
not a letter, maybe just a short post.
Well, this is not short and sweet. And sorry, just look what it says in the very beginning. I am going to make this very short and a bittersweet. You see here? So how does this work? Oh, it's a picture. I can't do anything about it. I'm going to make this very short and bittersweet. And that first three lines of the letter, which I'm sure you can't even see. Let's see if I can make it bigger, bigger, bigger. Oh, it's too big. Oh, there we go. Can you see?
Yep.
Right. So basically, he says, I'm going to make this very short and bittersweet. Okay. Right. I'm going to make this very short and bittersweet. So I wanted 1, 2, 3 lines. Now that ending there would be very short and bittersweet.
Yeah.
This whole, the reason and all this other shit down here, and then and then another one for my brothers and sisters, and then some more, blurb, 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 goodbye, goodbye.
I don't see the
What
bitter
makes
part
this short
though.
and bittersweet?
I don't even see what makes it bitter on any of it. It's not short and it's not bitter. It's the whole thing is very sweet. He's leaving. He's leaving.
It's long and sweet.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
I would I would say to Shamos that I would start by saying, do you think you're perfect? And I would say that of course he probably doesn't. Nobody's perfect. We all have flaws in our thinking. We all have we all have beliefs that are untrue, or put confidence in ideas that may be untrue, and the only way we can identify which of those beliefs are untrue is if we engage our critics. If we explore the people who are going to say, you're wrong and this is why. If you only want to get into an echo chamber where people confirm everything you believe, you're never going to find those flaws.
Every Christian who comes into a hangout that I am in, every single one of them expects to be coming into an echo chamber, and they get the behavior becomes sort of extreme if they don't get what they want, and they become erratic, shouting, screaming, either rage quitting or ejecting others if it's their hangout. Fucking lunatics. And it's a lunatic ideology that drives.
Or they just leave.
Or they just leave. Yeah, but it's a lunatic ideology that tells them to love Christianity more than their kids, more than they love their kids.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
How fucked up is that? It is fucked up.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen atheists that do the same thing, that they'll leave if it's not an echo chamber, and I would say the same thing to them. That's one reason why I prefer to keep my room a no blocking zone. I don't kick people for.
I kick people as punishment. You know, it's that you cross the line, you kicked.
I kick people, but I don't kick people for disagreeing. Like last night, I kicked a guy. This guy comes in, he talks with a squeaky voice. He talks. Kazumi says he talks in alf. I can't remember the word now. Some kind of musical term for high pitched. Alfredo. Falsetto. That's it. Yeah, he talks in falsetto, and it's like, you know, that it's intended to be annoying. I can tell. And when he first came in, I let him stay because I thought it was funny. But after a while, like the joke wore off, so I was like, all right, come on, dude, like drop the squeaky voice, and he wouldn't do it, so I kicked him. So like annoying noises, you know, annoying repetitive things that stuff of that nature I would kick for, but I wouldn't kick you just because you disagree with me.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if nice is the word. Maybe, I guess the person that I'm not kicking would think it's nice, but
yes. All right. So, who do we have in the hangout with us today? No one. Just you and I.
And I'm probably gonna have to skirt out of here in a minute.
All right. Well, I think
it was a short show.
Sure, absolutely. No, it was a response to Shamus's letter. Well, actually, it was a reading of Shamus's goodbye letter.
We'll have to swap titles. You'll have to take the title of my video last night, and I'll have to take the title of yours.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll do that. All right. With that, I guess this hangout's going to come to an end. Let me do something about this silly screen. There we go.
You know, after we figured out how to get the YouTube chat up there and still keep all the features.
Yeah.
And I decided I was going to do it that way. I ended up testing it one more time, and I found out there's another crucial feature that you lose by doing it that way.
What's that?
You don't get listed in the Hangouts on Air list.
So, in order to get listed on the Hangouts on Air list, you have to start the Hangout through Google Hangouts.
Yep, through Hangouts, through the Hangouts on Air list.
And you forfeit the side chat on YouTube. Or is there a way to get that as well?
Which I'm actually willing to do, because there's an internal chat, there's an external chat, there's a comment section below the YouTube video. It's it's already, like, I was trying to set it up so they had it, and I was already willing to accept the extra hassle of having to keep open the YouTube chat so that I could see and reference it in the video. But being that I'm going to lose the Hangouts on Air list.
Got it. Understand.
And it's such a hassle. I'm just gonna opt out of it. So, if you're watching, Jim, sorry, no YouTube chat for my Hangouts unless Google fixes the problem. Because it's actually, like, the setting is there. It says it's on for Hangouts on Air, but it just does. It's
so there's no other setting changes, no other differences.
Not that I've been able to identify.
Well, that's good to know. However, enough talking shop. I know you've got to go and get on with your Sunday. So do I. This was a brief reading of Shamos's goodbye letter. And in the words of Shamos, goodbye.